What's up? What's up? What's up? It's me, Ketchup Podcast with your host, Captain, aka Lucky Number Seven, aka Mr. Hazel Adonis, aka Damn Hype. What are we? What are we? With too damn hype, and with my co-host right here, Rajim, aka Boulder Shoulders, aka Mr. Dark Poet, aka You Ain't Ready. What's going on, bruh?
AKA Mr. Make It Happen. What's going on, man? Y'all welcome to Mint Ketchup Podcast. Let's go. Turn up.
We up in here one more again. We done made it to episode 5. You know what I'm saying? Like we doing better than some of those you know what I'm saying, Star Wars movies or any of your daggone sequels. You know what I'm saying? We done made it this far. So we gonna keep it pushing. We gonna keep it pushing. You know what I'm saying? So as of right now, you know, yeah, got tons on the docket. Hopefully we'll have our special guest. We got a special guest, wonderful talent, another brother that's been doing big things out here. So we'll bring him in when he arrives. But as of right now, gotta ask you, bro, how's the week been? How's everything going with
you? Man, it's the pressure, man. We got less than a month before the big day. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, man, lockdown.
You know what I'm saying?
Lockdown day. You got lockdown day coming, man.
Yeah, clink. You know what I'm saying? Like, I went and bought the handcuffs this week. You know, I went and bought the handcuffs. I didn't know handcuffs cost so much. Shoot. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. I'm looking forward to it, man. It's gonna be a beautiful day, beautiful life. You know what I'm saying? I waited a long time for this. You know, took me a lifetime to find the right person, man. But you know, hey, God had a plan for me, and you know, made it happen. So you know, so we've been definitely getting things in order, man, and doing that, and then you know, just kind of, you know, my new job. You know, what I'm saying, I got new job. I'm
yep.
You know what I'm saying? Still
yep.
getting things in order, you know. Learning new processes, you know how it go.
Gotta do the checklist, man. Gotta run through the checklist. Gotta do that. You gotta do your in processing. You know,
you
gotta do the in process.
Sometimes you gotta make sure you do your due diligence. Make sure you know what I'm saying, making sure you're taking care of what you gotta take care of. You know what I'm saying?
Gotta find out who the gossip is in the office. You know what I'm saying? Things like that. You know what I'm saying? Test out the attitude.
Even though I'm working from home, you know.
You be like, yeah, man, to check yourself. You be like, hold up, check yourself. Hold up. You out here passing out rumors.
I'm arguing with people in the office. They're like, Jack, who ate my sandwich? Like, nigga,
you ate your.
Yeah, when you work from home, man, you can't argue with nobody. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is, bro. Yeah. So it's been a pretty good week, bro. You know what I'm saying? Just like just making sure, you know, that you know, count my blessings every day. You know, make sure everything is in order. You know. So how about you, man?
Hey man, I'm doing well, man. It's been good, you know what I'm saying? Still just grinding out here, trying to make sure everything's good to go, taking care of people, trying to make sure you know, instilling leadership and such, trying to be a positive influence on the communities and whatnot.
You got to.
So you know, so I've been doing that, and you know, it's just grinding, man. We had a good time this week. Luckily enough, did a volunteerism for the Air Force and got to hold the flag. This flag was huge. Got to hold the flag at the daggone Tampa Bay Rays baseball game. So I was out on the field holding the flag, you know what I'm saying, making waving and everything. And it was good, man. Got some dope tickets, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Those club, we was looking good. Folks was trying to hit homers and things. So we was out there having a good time, man. It was cool to be in the stadium. Another stadium that I had been at. What up?
Basically, let anybody hold the flag these days. Huh?
Yeah, pretty much anybody. They just be like, they said sign up. They be like, hey, if you sign up, you can hold the flag. They was just like, all right, cool. I was like, cool, man. All right. I got to leave work early. I mean, you can't go wrong when you volunteer and get to leave work early.
No doubt.
So it's all wins over here. I'm getting them dubs. Nothing but dubs over here. You know what I mean? So it was a good time. Got to spend time with.
Question is, who won the game?
I left, but I mean, we we heard that Tampa Bay got that dub. You know what I'm saying? I'm representing that
Okay.
TB right now. You know
Yeah,
what's up, TB?
oh,
TB
now
in
I
the
say you
building.
Tampa Bay for life. You know what
No,
I'm
I
saying?
mean just baseball. That's all. I
Yeah,
don't even got a baseball team, really. I don't be watching
me
that.
either, bro.
But it was cool. It was yeah, it was cool to be in the building. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you know what it is though. So I
how do you
mean,
yeah, how do you even pick a baseball team? It's like real talk. I know some years back, bro.
who's not boring? Who's not
Hey,
boring? You be like,
I was a Yankee fan for one season because all because they had that pitcher Matt Suey, and they kept saying Matt Suey, and I'm like, shit, I like that dude's name. So I was
it was
a,
it was
I'm a
all
Yankee
because
fan, but
he had some swag. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
I
you know
mean,
what I'm saying?
back in the day when I was young, I didn't even realize it, but I liked you know what I'm saying, the Mets when they had Darryl Strawberry and Dwight Gooden, but they
Okay,
was
okay.
on coke the whole time. So I didn't realize as a kid that's not a good call. And then,
Yeah,
you know what I'm
yeah, you
saying?
can't.
I mean, I lived in Ohio for a long period of time. So I kind of followed the Red Seas, you know what I'm saying? Cincinnati
Okay, okay.
Red Stockings. And
Mm.
why did they come up with these names too? It was horrible.
Yeah,
Like just horrible names. It was bad.
well, you
These
know, a lot
names.
of teams had to change the name because they kept using wrong. You know what I'm saying? The people is offended. You know, and the bad part about it is, like for example, the Indians or whatever, people
Yeah.
get offended. You know, and don't get me wrong. You know, I have Native American in my family. My ex is
Mhm.
Native American. And
Mhm.
real Native American. I'm talking about you know what I'm saying?
You
Native
said not
American. Yeah, not
not
no.
say you not you
Yeah,
got good hair. Not
yeah.
you talking about like straight from the tribe. You talking about straight from the
Yeah.
tribe. I
Like,
got
you
you. I
know,
got
most black people, you know, I got Indian in my family. Nigga, you got an S curl, nigga.
you. Like you mixed. Like you
Like,
mixed.
yeah,
You got
yeah.
European in your family. That's what you got.
Nigga, you ain't one bison burger, nigga. You is not damn native. So, yeah, but people getting offended, man. It's like, you know, they get. But the thing about it is, the people that's getting offended ain't not even Native American. I guarantee you, no Native American said change the name. You know what I'm saying? But
You know what though? Look, I gotta disagree because right here in your own state, you got the Florida State Seminoles, right? So when they
yeah,
had that whole situation, and I read about this when all that stuff was going down, right? They were like, let's go to the actual tribe and let's talk to them. They talked to the tribe. They changed up the way Chief Osceola, hey, Florida State was my squad. So they changed up Chief Osceola
hey, I'm a
due
Native
to
fan
the
for
fact,
life.
due to the fact that he wasn't matching the correct garb. So they like, and then the Seminole tribe allowed them to keep the name. So it wasn't that you had a lot of folks out there, I mean, that were native that had some issues with it, but also America got rid of a lot of native. So I mean, that's
But
the vote tally on that one is
no, for
kind of
me,
low at this
I
point.
feel like this. For me, it's more of it's one of them situations where white people won't say a certain word because they don't want you to think they're racist. And
Mm-hmm.
I think it's the same way with this whole Native American thing. You get what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? It's just like a lot of times they try to be proactive to get rid of something before somebody say they're racist. You get what I'm
I don't,
saying?
I
That's
don't
like
know,
that's
man.
that's like the Washington. What's it? What are they, Commanders now?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
that's the worst name ever. I'm like, who
They
picked the
did.
name?
They chose a horrible name. Like it's not,
It's
no doubt, the
terrible.
name is trash. They had
Like
so
that's
many
crazy.
options, so
Yeah, it's
many
like
options to be better
you
than
could have
that.
been the Washington Killers.
I mean, I
Anything.
don't
The
know, but I
Commanders.
mean, they had a lot of stuff that they could have went
Well,
with, but it was
yeah.
trash. But it's also, you know what I'm saying? It's just like if you had another team that was called, yeah, let's go. Hey, if the Colts decided they came out with another team, they was called the Indianapolis Blackfaces. That would probably be a problem. You know what I'm saying? Like it
It's
would
better than the
probably be an
Commanders.
issue though. I mean, it wouldn't be dope. I can just tell you that. But the thing is like, yo, it was only. I mean, come on, man. Like that's kind of crazy. Like we out here
Yeah.
every other. I'm just gonna say every other Caucasian team had some type of great you know what I'm saying, authority in the name. So you have the Celtics, like Irish pride, things of that nature. The Vikings, oh, they were warriors, things of that nature. Like those are in history, well, at least in the history that we know as learning a lot of European history here in America. Those are
Yeah.
things that I mean, shoot, there's TV shows right now that are, everybody's like, yo,
But we
that's
couldn't.
dope. I'm gonna watch that. But there's no like dope following the Native Americans and they're the hero show. Nah, they always the bad guy. They just put him out there like that's dogged up. You know what I mean?
Geronimo's or something.
You know what I'm saying? Like at least that be
You know what I'm
dope.
saying?
You be like, yo, Geronimo
Yeah.
be out there getting busy.
Yeah.
Like nobody,
Like,
no, they didn't do it.
Been,
They said we're gonna give you the most racist name possible and be like, you know what I'm saying? Deal with it. You know what I'm saying? Like that's literally they was like, we gonna say Redskins and you just gotta deal with it, homie. Because they ain't nothing but about 4 of y'all left. So really, it don't even matter. Like that's the attitude. That's what I'm saying. Like that's kind of dog. That's kind of messed up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's kind of messed up. So
yeah, it is.
you know what I mean? You gotta, you know what I'm saying? Only reason there ain't no team called the Negroes right now is because there's at least 13% out here that's gonna, act a fool. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, they probably would have got busy on us too.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. But also, hey man, great week. I gotta introduce our guest today. I got my man. This one of my closest friends. You know what I'm saying? We've been through a lot. He helped me through a lot. Hopefully, I helped him through a lot. This is my dude from Ohio from the times when I got out the military, moved back. Our sons kind of grew up together, played soccer, things of that nature together. And this is my man, Bryan Bowles. Welcome to the podcast. Can you hear me, sir? You good to go? Oh, let me get it. There you go. There you go. What's going on, man? What's
good, man? No, just chilling, man. Enjoying what y'all doing for sure.
I really appreciate you taking your time to come on the show, hang out with us a little bit, and spend some time. You know what I'm saying? It's just us two. We just started out with this podcast, man. And one of the first things I thought of with the way that we have this podcast laid out, and then we're trying to, you know what I'm saying, touch professionals, see how music influenced them. And you know how much we talked about both profession and freaking music. So it was one of those where it was like, all right, I know exactly one of the first people we got to get on the pod to be able to come hang out with us. You know what I'm saying? So welcome. I really appreciate you taking your time to come chill with us, man.
Yeah, no doubt.
Appreciate it.
All right, man. So right now, of course, we get into one of the my favorite topics of the day. You know what I'm saying? I can't go wrong with that. My favorite topic of the day. We got a drink of the day. You know what I'm saying? We gotta hopefully. Is that bad? I'm like, I don't know.
No, I was finna stop you. I'm like, bro, what a drink of the day at? I'm like, what's going on?
I'm coming with it, man. You know what I'm saying? Drink of the day.
Let's go with the drink of the day.
So for me today, man, like I think we kind of kept it simple today. I'm keeping it simple right now. I'm just drinking on a little sangria. I throw a little lime in there, threw a little some oranges up in that joint. Got the little red sangria going on. It's tasting good, light. It's a nice day here in Florida, so I'm trying to keep something light and festive. Got the festive sangria. What you drinking on there, Huey?
Man, so I went simple myself. You know what I'm saying? I did a little smooth. It's Tennessee whiskey. How you do it?
Ooh,
you know what I'm saying?
Tennessee.
I kept it a little. You know what I'm saying? Little Tennessee whiskey and Coke. 2.5 ice cubes. Shaking not stirring.
The ice maker broke. Only gave you 2.5. I feel you know.
2.5. You know what I'm saying? I got kids in the house. Can't keep them in ice.
Hey Bryan, did you bring a drink to the table? Or are you keeping it light today?
Man. I was running, man. I'm sure I should have got a ticket somewhere running from here to Walmart. So
it's all good.
I did have a drink, which I probably will after this. Even though I don't drink really that much, I'm going to give me some peach crown.
Hey, okay. No doubt, man. I got some.
The peach crown is seasonal. I just thought.
Yeah, there you go. Bro,
you got to keep your stock. I got me a little spot over in Indiana when I go with my girl.
Okay.
From they somehow keep it all year round.
Okay. I gotta go see
Columbus. It's a battle.
Yeah, man. Hey, while we talking about crown, so have y'all had the salted caramel crown?
I haven't touched that.
My friend said it was all good.
I'm about to bring it to the table within the next week or so. So the salted caramel crown, you mix that with the apple crown, you got caramel apple, bro. I'm telling you.
Hey, there you go. Yeah. I feel you.
What?
Okay.
You got you something. Hey,
yeah.
Remember that apple crown, the salted caramel crown.
Oh,
you got your caramel apple. know what I'm saying?
There you go. Hey,
So
that's dope. And then the thing is
with
that
two and a half ice cubes.
you get some granny. You get some granny apples, cut a couple of those in there, drop those in there, you know what I mean? You
You
good to
made the
Boy,
go.
y'all
first
trying to
step.
get somebody not be able to function for a day.
Hey,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
look,
You
it's
can't get right.
we going to sleep after this, so it don't even matter. I'm good. You know what I mean? Well, all right, Gus. For the drink of the day, I'm glad everybody had a little something. And good looks to you, Bryan. Or after the pod, where you can go ahead and really relax. You know what I'm saying? We still got work to do right here. So now we're gonna switch over to the news
All
of the
right.
week.
So
What
real
up?
quick, and make sure that hey, whoever's watching, man, whatever y'all drinking on, post it up. Let us check it out. Maybe we'll have y'all drink on the show next week. Let us know.
Hey, for sure. Make sure you check us out Facebook and on the YouTube. Put down some comments. Let us know what you're drinking on this week. We
No
really
doubt.
appreciate it. So we're moving on to the news of the week. I know there's been many things that's been happening over the last few weeks. We got a few things to touch on. You know what I'm saying? We just gonna go around. We're gonna go around the horn, man. We keeping Bryan a part of this, so I know he got some stuff we want to talk about as well. So we just gonna go around the horn. We'll go ahead and start with Bryan, man. Bryan, let's talk to us, man. What's on your mind for this week? What was the news that
Well,
captivated
well, up here in Ohio, man, we're a little hurting right now for our man Dwayne Haskins. He passed away down there in Florida. It's
you?
unfortunate. Um, it's really hurt a lot of people up this way. We really love Dwayne for what he did at Ohio State, especially. And I was in the big house when he came in for JT Barrett and pulled that game out. So if anybody, thinks that Urban Meyer made a mistake for putting taking Haskins over Joe Burrows, nah, I know he didn't. I was there. That boy came off the bench cold and beat the rival. He submitted it right there. So, we love Joe Burrow too. He a Buckeye. He graduated. I don't care what LSU fans said. He just went down there and displayed what we all knew he had up here. It's just we had two incredible quarterbacks at the time. Nothing but success and love to Joe from up this way. For real, for real. So hearts
Yeah,
go out
man.
to the Haskins family, man, and to his loved ones and his wife, man. It's just unfortunate, man. But
Yeah, no
we got
doubt.
nothing but love for Dwayne up this way, man.
Yeah, no doubt, man. No doubt.
Yeah,
I actually,
that was a tough one. I knew, I'm saying, as soon as I heard it, first it was always like, hey, is that real? You know what I'm saying? The way that everything be going on now. But the first person I thought of, man, was you, Doug. I was like, because I mean, I'm more of a professional sports fan, but living in Columbus, man, like it's Buckeyes on Buckeyes, and then some more Buckeyes, and then maybe probably Buckeyes, and then you put whatever professional team like the MLS team or whatever in there, the hockey squad or whatever. So it's always Buckeyes, and I know how they get down in Columbus. So that was the first place I thought of when when I heard about the news of Dwayne Haskins. So I know it was a tough day for everybody in the city. I know the city was mourning and whatnot. Another somber day. Somebody dying too young, man. Dying too young.
Hey,
yeah,
but
yeah.
one thing, Lofton, I will say I've seen something on Twitter
Mm,
where you had Adam Scheffler and Gail Bandit or whatever his damn name is, disgrace Dwayne, who just passed away. It was just insensible. Well,
right.
anyway, what I saw from Buckeye Nation is you don't want to mess with us. It'd be like attacking Beyonce or Nicki Minaj. Buckeye Nation is like the bees and the Barbies. They coming after them dudes. So
Right, right.
Adam Scheffler, Gail, whatever your damn name is, respect people and who love them before you put out tweets that disrespects them because it's a
Mm-hmm.
bad day for you. I don't care if you delete it or not. People saw that and they're
Yeah.
hurting about it and they're coming after you. And I apologize. Hopefully it doesn't turn violent, but boy, them Twitter killers is coming.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah.
That's crazy, man. Yep. Gone too soon, man. Definitely. First thing I seen this morning too. Man, that's
Yeah.
crazy. Yep. First thing I
Yeah.
seen
So
this morning.
all right, man. So Roz, man, what you got on the docket for today, man?
So I got to go back and revamp. I'm trying to pull my notes up, but I'm gonna revamp on what we talked about last week. kind of double back, about um, what happened with Will Smith. So, the Academy came out and said that Will Smith was going to be suspended for 10 years from the Academy. Um, so, and I'm not a celebrity, so I don't know. I don't know exactly what that means. I know he's not allowed to go. You know what I'm saying anymore. He can still be nominated. Um, but I kind of feel like, as there's 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 other consequences behind it. You know what I'm saying? He's lost. He's lost film. He's lost movie productions. He's lost money over different things or whatever. But I guess my question is that because a lot of people now, especially black people, are saying that he should there's something he shouldn't have done, blah blah blah. And I agree. Don't get me wrong. I agree 100%. But what we, I guess my question is, would we have said the same thing if he'd have slapped a white man? You know what I'm saying? It's like I feel bad for Chris. So I like Chris, and I don't think it should have happened. It shouldn't. I mean, definitely shouldn't have slapped another black man. Shouldn't have slapped anybody, but definitely not another black man. But what I don't get is we have a hypocritical way about stuff at certain times, depending on the color behind it. You get what I'm saying? I don't think that man, like I said, he's already dug himself in the grave by slapping that man. He lost millions of dollars, but he's worth millions, and he's gonna be worth millions for the rest of his life. But where do we draw the line at as far as that man been a saint for most of all of his career. You know what I'm saying? He's always been on the bottom end of the jokes. He's always been on the soft end of Jada. He's always, what I'm saying, like you say, he don't curse in his raps. He always been a picture of nature. A picture of human being. But now all of a sudden he just slapped, Chris, and all of a sudden he the worst guy ever. You know what I'm saying? So for both of y'all, what do y'all feel? What do you feel the line is drawn on consequences behind, slapping another person, slapping another black man, or even slapping another white man?
Hey, go ahead, Bryan. I'll let you answer.
Well, for one, I'm gonna give a shout out to Chris Rock for his restraint, because I'm gonna be honest, if I was up there, Will ain't making it off that stage before I tackle his ass. That's just real. It would have been a lot worse than what we saw right there.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
So I think, for one, the violence of it, man, we men. You know what I'm saying? And men, or as men, you gotta hold your emotions in check. So that's one of them conversations. If I'm coming up to you, if you done said something about my wife and something like that, I'm stepping to you like a man. Now, if something jump off after that, then that's something jumped off after that. But it's between me and you. It ain't for the world to see.
Yeah.
I agree. I told you.
In my situation, like how I look at it, right? So being, what I'm saying, Will Smith been sitting there doing his thing, right? While he was making his movies. I mean, I hadn't heard all this negative build up for years and years and years prior to Red Table. So prior to Red Table, everything was lovely. Will Smith was a god. Everybody was like, man, we want to be like Will and Jada. We want they were the epitome, you know what I'm saying, of black love and all that good stuff, right? So it wasn't until Red Table, and Red Table was whose creation? That was Jada's creation. And then Jada's creation started putting all their business in the street, right? So everybody had, everybody go through things. Jada started putting their business in the street. So then Will had to be sitting on these things. And it wasn't Will that brought in entanglement. Like all these things were not of Will's doing, but they affected him. Now, the emotions of the situation wasn't the people around him. Hey, you know what? I see Will laughing all the time. He obviously likes jokes. People laugh and do those things. Like it wasn't like Will wasn't a funny dude. It was just a situation where I would say his significant other put him in an emotional state and made it public. And then now those jokes hit different because now everybody knows. It's very different when nobody knows and you be like, that's funny, ha ha ha. I can look over and whatever. But now everybody knows the background, and now the jokes hit different. And he's in a situation where he was trying to flex, and he never had to do that before. He never had to flex before. Even in Freshman of Bel Air, guess what? His mom was in trouble, pushed him to Bel Air. Like, it was all the situation. Like, hey, stay out of these situations and make sure that you're good. I understand that, but it was, but the thing is, at the same time, you know what I'm saying, everything's based in some type of action. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like Will wasn't dealing with those situations. So it was very much, I think it was a situation where it's like, yo, Will acted out of character, but because it was a public display of acting out of character, you about to be an example. Especially when you number one slapper, you the first slapper, dog. Like, if he was the third slapper and he gets the extreme, but he's the first slapper. Guess what? Now they know slapping you gets you 10 years. They know now. There's a precedent.
But at the same time, I think I like this. We have about 3 seconds to make a decision in our head. You know what I'm saying? So, for example, perfect example. If that was The Rock on stage making that joke, he wouldn't want him to slap The Rock. Right. So he had a choice. He had a choice. You know what I'm saying? He had a choice to be like, okay, well, he had in his head, he had to size Chris up. Yep. You know what I'm saying? Wonder if he could take him or not. Because there's certain people he wouldn't have slapped.
And he was walking. He had a good 4 second walk.
Exactly. You had a chance to make a decision in your head if I could take this man.
So you know what you're saying is he got
premeditated.
Right. So the Academy said for the 10 seconds it took you to think about it and go up there to do it, we're gonna give you that in years.
Yeah, that's pretty much
like 10 for 10.
Yeah. But what gets me, what does get me about this is that, like, Netflix pulled a docu-series about him or whatever. Some movies he was making got pulled or whatever. But what gets me is that we get offended by white people all the time. And I'm not saying all white people, because all white people are not the same. But we get offended, and it might not be physical abuse, but we get emotional abuse. We get, like right now, I get PTSD when a cop get behind me and I ain't did nothing. My paperwork good and everything, you know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying to you is that there's no consequences behind pretty much 99% of what happens. You know what I'm saying? He should have got consequences, don't get me wrong. He definitely should have got consequences. Chris should have whooped his ass. It should have been more to what happened than what happened. You know what I'm saying? But it should have been immediate consequences from Chris. So moving on with the next part of what happened was, so I read something that Chris Rock was like, he not talking until he get paid. You know what I'm saying? So Chris Rock smart. You know what I'm saying? Everybody want to know something. Chris Rock, blah, blah, blah. Chris Rock said, I'm about to get paid. He was even seen coming out of one of the top law firms in New York or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So they're expecting Chris Rock to sue, Will Smith. Yep. You get what I'm saying? But at the same time, like I said, it's how would our community, our culture reacted if he would have went up there and slapped, a white comedian?
It would have been worse.
No, no, the committee would have been worse, but the black people wouldn't have been worse. Black people are like, oh, he should have snapped at me. You know what I'm saying? That's what it would have been a whole. Dog,
I don't know. I don't know with that joke. I have no look with that. That joke was weak. If you talking about jokes that you gonna go up and assault somebody for, that wasn't even a yo mama joke. Like, I've seen people be like, yo, I'm going, like, they could almost talk about your girl, but you talk about my mom. Hold up, how many times you talk about my mama?
You talk about my mama.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but you have certain people that in that situation. So I'm like, man, that joke wasn't even demeaning. That's the thing. It wasn't even a demeaning joke.
Yeah, but that's not. But the point is, as a culture, you see what I'm saying? Like right now, as a culture, everybody's slamming Will Smith, which is fine. They're supposed to. But he still should have got slammed. He still should get slammed if he slapped somebody white.
Yes.
You get what I'm saying?
Because what happens? Yes.
But so what happens is a lot of people are like, well, he shouldn't have slapped Chris Rock. That was disrespectful and blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah. But if you would have slapped the white man, they'd be like, oh, yeah, he should have slapped his ass. Why? Because he white?
I
You
don't.
know what I'm
I
saying?
mean, I don't. I
But
mean, me personally, I don't know those people. I don't have those. I don't have people that are like, yeah, no matter what, slap the like. I don't see anybody going like, man, if that was Jimmy Kimmel, yeah, he should have slapped him. Or Jimmy Fallon. I like Jimmy Fallon.
Yeah.
He's funny as heck to me.
but I'm
But
saying,
I'm
but
like, if he would have made that joke, I'd have been like, and then Will went up and slapped him. I'd have been like, yo, Will's nuts.
but we got to be real. We got to keep it 100. You know what I'm saying? We as black people, if somebody white would have got slapped, we would have been all for it. Real talk. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
The
I don't
culture,
look.
it don't
Look,
matter.
I'm sorry, man. Like,
I mean, like I said, I'm just telling you from this perspective, from the culture point of view. You know what I'm saying? Because you deal with it all the time. Like, for example, perfect example. We all got sons, right?
Yep.
Trayvon Martin got shot. Everybody was like, you know, George Zimmerman, blah blah blah, killed him, blah blah blah. You know what I'm saying? All this, there was all rage, right? Right around the same time, it was a kid that got shot by another kid over some shoes.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody said nothing. But to me, I look at it like somebody told me, well, that's not the same thing. It is the same thing. If this man over here, black, white, green, and yellow, killed my son, first of all, I'm hurt.
Mm-hmm.
You crushed my family. You know what I'm saying? And now I'm looking for you.
Right.
If the police officer or George Zimmerman or whoever, blah, 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 killed my son, I'm still hurt. I got the same pain that I got from this man killing my son than I did from this man killing my son. And then somebody made a comment, well, the bottom line is, it's different. Blah, blah, blah. So, well, if we're teaching that, if we're marching for police officers killing our sons, why are we not marching for our sons killing our sons? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I feel like it's the same concept because it's the same pain. I don't feel no different from this man killing my son, this man.
It's the same pain for the person that it affects. Everybody else is looking outside in. So that's how they're able to, differentiate, which that's not right. You're speaking correctly. I have a friend that feels the same way. He looks at YouTube of, police being pulled over and shot. And he was like, man, before we can get mad at them, why aren't we taking care of what's going on in our own community? Yeah. And I can't disagree with him.
Yeah, you got it. Yeah. Like you can't condone one thing and don't condone this. You know what I'm saying? It's like it don't make it's hypocrite.
But that's what we fighting for, the true equality. Well, we also have to be equal as well. Like we can't be differentiating because then that's what everybody else is doing. If you want to have true equality, guess what? This person that does this thing, doesn't matter what skin color they are, they get this punishment. It doesn't, and you should be just as alarmed. You gotta what LeBron said, keep the same energy. You know what I'm saying? That's been the thing. Keep that same energy. You can't just because and I look at this in politics as well. Just because we had Trump, you know what I'm saying, and people was up in arms about something that he did, and Biden does the exact same thing, guess what? You got to be up in arms. Because then you're not keeping people accountable for what is actually important. You know what I'm saying? Now I don't believe that you feel that it's really important. All I believe is that, because you think it could happen to you because of this situation, now you're like, ooh, it affects me. But you're not really caring about the totality of the situation. You're like, yo, it's bad that somebody killed this person. No matter what it was, that's a bad thing that happened. You know what I'm saying? So I think, a lot of people don't have the empathy. You know what I'm saying? Being able to be outside and understand, like, yo, this is affecting it all around. You know what I mean?
Yeah, true. Yep. Yeah, man. So that's what's going on this week, man. It's crazy. What about you?
Yeah. So, I know you touched on the continuation of the Oscar situation, but you know what I'm saying. Also, I want to champion some things. You know what I'm saying. We had some history happen this week. You know what I'm saying. We had Ketanji Brown Jackson confirmed for the Supreme Court. You know what I'm saying? So it's a situation where we gotta make sure that we put that out there. You know what I mean? That is that's big time. You know what I'm saying, for the lady out there that she's taking charge and now is going to be a Supreme Court justice. Being the first Black woman. You know what I'm saying, being on there. So I mean, right now they're touching all sides. But my question is, you know what I'm saying, since she's the first Black woman, like, do you think she's gonna give Clarence Thomas the "you married a Karen" side eye? You think that's you think she gonna walk in?
Hold on. Right.
She married to a white
have
man.
to give it right back to her.
Yeah.
Hey, I mean it could be though, but I mean, but my question. No, this is my question though. This is my question. So he has to meet the criteria. So has he met the criteria? Have we seen it in action? That's the only thing we haven't seen. We've seen old girl in action, Clarence Thomas's wife in action. She out there wilding. They actually about to do it. They about to do an investigation on her as of political influence on the Supreme Court. That's what's happening there. Yes, like it ain't like a situation where it's like, oh, she's Karening out there. Like that's what I'm saying. Like she could have just been, I'm kicking it with, hey, this is what it was, and this love and everything. No, she out there trying to pull strings in that level.
But I guess the question is, can she really be a Karen if she married to a black man?
Oh,
yes.
definitely.
Oh yeah. Facts.
What is the Karen criteria?
Oh, Karen criteria. Basically, that would be sticking your nose in other people's business, dealing with that situation. Well, I wouldn't even say dealing with that situation as based on color. I'm just saying that is what you do.
She could be like,
that is literally your ability. That's your super ability. Is that somehow I will make
racist. My husband's black.
Hey, that's one of those where it's like, hold up, I'm gonna pull that card out so I can try to stop people. But it don't. It's like you out here scaring it.
You think it's a game out here? Watch this. Damn, husband white.
Check it out. You feel me? I got an AKA spade in the deck. You know what I'm saying? Like, hold up.
Yeah. I know how to play dominoes. You think it's
yeah, the press secretary on speed dial. Come on.
Yeah. It's not a good situation.
That's a new level of Karening.
Yeah.
That's a high level.
Yeah,
that's high level Karening, man. She was doing some high level Karening, man. Like it's another level.
Wait a minute. Did you just use that as an adjective?
I did, and a verb as well as a noun, as an adverb. You know what I'm saying? You got your Karening, dog. You got some Karen tendencies. You know what I mean? Like it's
Karen ass in the house.
But at least before, when we saw somebody Karening, it was one-on-one. This affects millions of people at once.
She tried to hit the highest level of Karening. Like she's the ultimate Karener. Like I mean, she went for the title.
Maybe it shouldn't be called Karening. Maybe at that point, when you affected millions, that should be Melissa. I don't know. That's another story.
Yeah, that's doing big things out there. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I would
Karen president.
yeah. It's like I'm assuming she may get some side eye. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just that's another level, man. That's another level. But I mean, congratulations, man, Miss Jackson, if you're nasty. You know what I'm saying? Out here doing them things. You know what I mean? Once a million, I'm gonna give the applause. You know what I'm saying? Represent for our sisters.
But
you know what I'm saying?
With that, you know what's so dope about that? That we see this in our lifetime. That our grandparents, parents, great-grandparents may not have seen and dealt with a lot of stuff to even get to this point. But what I think about when I heard this was, what about the generation of young girls who out here, maybe some of them is twerking, they on TikTok and all of that. But then it's some of them like, nah, I'm not going to do that. I aspire to something higher. I want to do this.
Yeah,
that's what gets me like, wow. And that's nothing against any of those influencers and things like that on TikTok. They doing their thing. No shade to them. But I'm just saying, this right here, this is big. These little girls seeing this now.
Yeah.
And we'll see this over the next 10, 15, 20, her lifetime.
Yeah.
Unless she decides to retire.
Yeah.
They see a plan. They see a way.
Right.
And what to do to get there.
Yeah, it's very different. It's different to be on the look. I look at the TikTok situation and some of the things that are out there for that fast money. You know what I'm saying? That's the hustle. You know what I'm saying? And I look at Miss Jackson, that's the grind. You know what I'm saying? You got people out there that's on the hustle, like, yo, let me go get this real quick. Let me go get that. Let me put that stock market. That's the hustle. Hey, I throw this money in here. Let me get this money real quick. Like that's, you know what I'm saying? People that's playing ones and twos. You know what I'm saying? The long play of the bonds, that's the grind. You know what I'm saying? You got different levels of that piece. You know what I'm saying? Somebody trying to win the win the lottery, that's the hustle. You know, and you go out here and make sure that you got your 401k squared away and you get that pension, everything, that's the grind. It's different ways that you hitting things. You know what I'm saying? And she really put forth the grind and she got the success she deserved. You know what I mean?
So what if you see a TikTok video when she came out of nowhere, she was twerking?
Then I'll be like, she got justice booty. She out there, you know what I mean? You be like,
dropping that gavel like it's hot.
Drop that gavel.
You got Kamala Harris, you got Miss Jackson out here. So you like, damn, this a tip drill video. What the hell? What's going on
here getting busy. You know what I mean?
So you too can be a top official.
1-800 twerk a lot. You know what I'm saying? Let's get it. You know what I mean? We out here doing this thing.
Nah, man,
big ups once again. Got to get a round of applause for it. So, what else y'all got on the docket? Anything else going on? I mean, I got one more, which I thought was very interesting. Actually, I got two more that were interesting.
Oh, you always got something interesting. So what you got, bro? I know you got something.
All right, man. All right. So, all right, there was a rapper, man. I think his name is Goonu or whatever the heck it is. Goonew, right? So this dude, he unfortunately got killed, murdered and whatnot. But his mom did his wake at the club. Had my man posted up in the corner. Had him posted up in the corner, right? Yeah. So you know what I'm saying? It was kind of like a TikTok thing or on Instagram, and people was like, yo, what's going on? What's happening? He out there, he just posted in bomb, posted up in the corner. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Ready to step out like the mummy or whatnot at the club and stuff.
Hey, looking like
my question to y'all, like, is it nasty if some girl twerk with him? Like, I mean, like, is that a thing you do at a club wake? I guess I don't know what is happening right now. Like, what is the purpose of this dude in the corner?
Listen here, I was at the barbershop yesterday, and this came up.
Yeah,
and I had not heard of it until yesterday.
Yeah,
and first thing I asked was, "Isn't that an abuse of a corpse?"
Hey, that's a crime.
Look, man, it's crazy out there. I don't know what's happening. I have no idea.
I mean, okay, one, burying them in their car, okay, that's a little extreme, got it. Yeah, but having a party at the club with the deceased?
No, not in the casket. He posted up like a poster, dog. Like a poster on the
Exactly.
Hey, man. That's wild.
Me personally, I'd be like, hey, drinks on him.
You at the bar like, hey, he got me.
Boy, he got me. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, did the Egyptians do this? Where did we come up with?
Hey, look, at least they wrapping them up, man. My man was just out there posted like with the new Jordans on. Like I was just like
I guarantee you, dog. Because I read a lot of the comments, and I was looking on this on Instagram or something. And I was reading the comments, and some people was like cool with it. They were like, "You can't tell that lady how to," you know what I'm saying? That's how we do it. So like, what?
Look, you know what? I can look. I can't tell her what to do, but I can question it. There ain't nothing I can question it. There's nothing wrong with questioning it. Be like, hey, that's kind of different. Like I'm not looking like that's not a thing.
100%. Somebody
attempt to two-step. Why are you there?
Yeah, I can't.
The part about it is, if he would have stood up and started dancing,
it'd have been. Yeah, he would have started. He would have started dancing to the Thriller remix.
You know what I'm saying?
But yeah. So I thought that was weird, and then the other one I had was this man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I know his heart hurt and whatnot. But this man married his girlfriend that died pregnant at the wake. So the woman is in the casket. and he gets married to her, and I assume his unborn child at the wake of his girlfriend that had passed away. My question is, when is it appropriate? Like like, is it at any time you can marry somebody? Like, is there a time where you go like, all right, I'm mourning, and this is like,
No.
what is that? What is that? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't
That-
understand. I understand the man was loved her and all that other stuff, but I don't understand the creation of the ceremony and all that stuff to be like, I'm marrying her because she can't sign and say I'm marrying you too. So
Yeah,
he
she
ain't
can't say
alive.
I do or nothing.
No. So I don't know.
That is a marriage and an annulment all at the same time.
So, me personally, my
He
question
said,
is,
I gotta go. I knew this was coming. I'm out.
yeah, my question is, was there insurance policy at the funeral wake or whatever it was? Because I would have been like,
She
yeah,
still got a sign?
yeah, just like, no, it's like, as long as you got the insurance papers, you're good. I mean,
Well, I mean, you ain't even gotta be married. You ain't even gotta be married to get insurance. Like, as long as it was billed to that person, like, you
that's what I'm
good.
saying.
You know what I'm saying? So
I think these days, bro, to be honest with you, these days people just try to get attention. You know what I'm saying? People trying to make the spotlight. They trying to get a little 5 minutes of fame. He knew that was some bullshit. And first of all, whoever married them knew it was some bull. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
It's like
Fact.
if there was anybody officiating that wedding or whatever, blah blah blah, they knew that was some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? But
You be like, I mean, if you think about it, if you the pastor, right? And they be like, I'm gonna call you up, man. I need you to do this wake/wedding for me real quick. They be like, huh? Like, who getting married? Oh, the
yeah,
dead person and this guy. Like, you be like, hold up.
I would have been like,
what is
I'd
happening?
been like, dead ass.
I need an extra 500 for this.
So think about this. Think about this. So many things that don't happen that won't be able to happen after they're married, like consummating it.
Oh, that's horrible.
That's horrible.
Look, man.
Look. The way you feel right now after I said that is how the pastor and him should have felt even thinking.
Yeah. I'm like, all right, yeah, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, dead ass.
That is some ridiculous. Dead ass. Yeah.
So you dead ass wrong.
you dead as hell. Like, you like, that's what that is.
Like, really? Like, but the thing is this, I feel like there's always got to be at least one person in the group that got some sense. You know what I'm saying?
Nah,
like somebody shouldn't be like, this ain't a good idea.
It was about 8 people. He walked past a good 10, 15 people. That was
and
like, hey, man,
not a good idea?
They just gave him a high five and was like,
oh, yeah,
do your thing. You know what I mean? Like, all right.
Go get your bride, dog. Go get your bride.
You know what it was? They were just like all of us watching the Oscars when Will walked up there and slapped him. Didn't know what was going on. Oh.
Look, he didn't tell nobody. He didn't tell nobody. He was just like, he just told the minister to come over here and was like, we need to do this. And be like, oh, no, hold up. I'm stuck.
Yeah.
He just got stuck in a weird place. You know what I mean?
That's crazy.
So, yeah, that's nuts. But that's the last one that I got. What else y'all got?
So I guess my question is this though. What was the nationality?
I didn't dive that deep. I was look, it doesn't matter.
Hey,
I don't care what man. Look, hold on. Did we just talk about this? Did we just in the last segment talk about this?
It don't matter. We got enough going on. We got enough going on. Will, Sam, and Chris. We can't take another
L. From my standpoint, when it comes to race and doing things, prior to the DC shooting, I would have said white. After that, I can't say nothing.
Yeah, man, they all out here wild, man. We be like, we got crazies too, man. Like,
that messed me up. They said he was black. I said, oh my god.
It used to be like, hey, don't go talk to Uncle so and so. Don't like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we used to be that, but now, man, you'd be like, hey, man, they out there wilding, man. I don't care what. They got some melanin. All right, I guess that's on us. You gotta chalk that up. You gotta chalk that one up. Put that on the list.
No,
just throw the hands up, man. That's all you got. That's all you got. You know what I mean?
I don't know the team, bro.
Well, all right. Well, for the news of the week, that was fantastic. We had some wild stuff out there. I know if y'all got any comments, any perspectives on some of the things that we talked about this week, for sure, put them down in the comments. We want to hear what y'all talking about and what your perspectives are on those. Right now, we about to step into the music of the week. So we gonna step up on this music of the week real quick. Let me click and get this layout real fast for y'all, and we gonna get this thing popping. All right, we got the hip hop releases for April 8th, 2022. Right now, in these with what we had going on, we had a few different albums that came through. Um, we got Foreign Bible, 17 songs. It really gave me a vibe of more like Pop Smoke. I feel like the producer on that one for sure had that same Pop Smoke vibe. He may be a part of the clique as well. We got Vince Staples out here. Ramona Park broke my heart. West Coast vibes. Vince Staples straight out of LA, be doing his thing. Sounds good. Great production. Good storytelling. Really good artists out there. Also, we got Tom the Mailman. First time I ever heard of this dude. Sunset Visionary Volume 2. Really good album. I was surprised. It was more into that alternative kind of alternative rock rap area. Very unique. I did enjoy some of the topics that he had, the way that he went about it. Very creative. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't anything that we've heard over and over again. Got Sid, Broken Hearts Club, very good album. God gave me a little bit of vibe of like late 90s, early 2000s, Aaliyah, Sierra type vibe as of the R&B. Great songs on there, something good to vibe to. Was real nice. You got Gunplay, all bullshit aside. Gave you a little South, gave you a little trap type style. Last one's left, which was 42 Doug and ESTG. 42 Doug gave me a little bit of Kodak Black vibe. Maybe something, for those out there that's heard of him, I heard some of the other songs. Does give me a little Black vibe, trap style music. Got a DCG Brothers, Jungle Life, 3 6 Mafia. Kind of gave me that 3 6 Mafia vibe. So if you like some 3 6, kind of that early 3 6, you know what I'm saying, where they was out there banging. You know what I mean? So it was really good. You got Full Court Press, which was Girl Talk, Wiz Khalif, Big Crit, and Smoke Days. Really good Taylor Gang type deal. So it was really good songs on there. Enjoyed that album. Young Lean, Stardust, alternative rap. It was really like it was kind of out of this world. His rap style was offbeat a little bit. It was different. It was very different. You have to you may want to check it out. Very different type. You got Trendsetter with Cole Ray, R&B and trap raps, pretty good songs. I know I've seen she's one of the stars that's been coming out there, been doing stuff with Meg Thee Stallion and all the lady rappers that's been doing their thing. So very good album. And then we got Billy Woods and the Preservation with F was it Ethos? It's like a lo-fi hip hop. So like very much like backpacking. It seems like it was more like spoken word and put to like certain hip hop beats. So it was one of those things to really check out. Gave me a good vibe, but it did have that lo-fi hip hop style that was going along with it. To give you the mint Ketchup selections, we got Tom the Mailman, Sunset Visionary, Volume 2, 12 songs. Like I said, alternative type rap. My faves were Closer and Brown Eyes and Backwoods. Really good songs right there. You got Sid, Broken Hearts Club, 13 songs R&B style, Tie the Knot, and Sid. And then you got Wiz Khalif, Big Crit, Girl Talk, Full Court Press. 10 songs, hip hop. Revenge of the Cool, really good song. Every Day, well done. Gunplay, all bullshit aside, 13 songs. Got Pyrex popping and Animal Shelter. They got more like a Maybach music style with those. It was very good. Had a couple with Rick Ross on there. really good songs that were on there. So make sure that you check those out. Let us know on the Mint Ketchup Facebook and on the YouTube what you like, what selection. See if there was something else that was in that list that really caught your vibe or caught your ear, and you want to let us know to take a re-listen to some of those things. So I really appreciate y'all, and we'll see what's going on in the next deal.
No doubt, no doubt.
All right,
Now you,
guys. So
now you gonna
now,
make me go out and buy some new music.
hey, always about getting the new music, man. I like this is this music of the week has really opened up my eyes to a lot of the artists that are up and coming, as well as artists that I ain't heard of. You know what I'm saying? Being a little older head in the game, those are things that sometimes we get stuck in our little bubbles of things that we're used to. But there's a lot of artists out there that are actually making really good music, and it may be off the top 40 path. You know what I'm saying? Everybody hears the top 40 stuff, always hears the things that are right in front of them all the time. But there's a lot of artists out there that are doing some very unique stuff and being very creative compared to, oh, this is a trap beat, trap beat, trap beat, trap beat. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of good stuff in there. Make sure that you check them out and see what's going on for your future. And it may open up your ears a little bit to see what's going on the new tip. So really appreciate you, and hopefully that'll help you out a little bit. All right. So now we're moving on to my man. So my man Bryan Bowes. Welcome again to the pod. We really appreciate you coming, taking your time to come and spend some time with us, help us out with the pod. You know what I'm saying? Blessing us with your presence and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? With you being, want to get into it a little bit. You know what I'm saying? You have a career as a software developer, you know what I'm saying? Slash engineer, slash app guy, all that good stuff. You know what I'm saying? Dabbling your hands in a whole bunch of things. I just wanted to start it out with, you know, like really what entails in your career as a being a software developer. Like what type of things do you really get to dabble in, and what type of things are you affecting on a day-to-day basis?
It could be anything. It's all based on the client. So I work for a software consulting company that's out of Chicago, but all the developers are here in Columbus, Ohio. So we have several different 500 companies that we work with. So it just depends on what they want. I mean, things could take us, I don't know, a month to do, or things could be 6 months to a year, depending on what kind of feature sets they want to add to it and everything. But to, make it general in a sense so, people could understand, they'll come in with a feature or something that they want. We then have to analyze it and figure out how to accomplish that. So maybe they need to save information off because they got customers coming in, to their stores or whatever. You need to save that information. So we'll have to build something for them to input that information. Then we'll have to create the mechanism to send that information back to some server, and then we'll have to store that. And then we'll have to build a mechanism to retrieve it so it can be presented. So if they need to update the information, they can at the store, or do keeping that same information, using it on a website or even in a mobile app. So as it just depends on what they want and what we have to do. So that's pretty much in a nutshell what a software developer does. There's a lot more that goes into that because you have to worry about latency, speed, performance, things of that sort. But for the most part, it's pretty much as my grandmother told me when she handed me a computer for the first time: input in, output out.
Understand. So yeah, you had brought it up. Like it seems as if what type of influence did your grandmother have on you? I mean, I know you had brought that up with her putting the computer in your hand. Is that what drove you down this path?
Yeah, so I was 9 years old when she gave me my first computer. So my cousin was living with us at the time, and we into Star Wars and GI Joe men and everything. And she told us, "Hey, clean up your toys, or I'm gonna throw them away." We like, yeah, right, whatever. Well, we weren't paying attention to the calendar, and it was Veterans Day, and she worked for the government, so she was off. We came home after school. all the toys were gone. She threw them all out. So
Man.
we messed up for like 6 7 weeks. Like we ain't got nothing to play with. We just sitting there like bumps on a log, like nothing. And so she hit me with the computer for Christmas, and I just took to it. So I have no degree or formal training. I'm self-taught.
Man, that's amazing. That's amazing right
Yeah.
there. To be be a brother and go ahead and be self-taught, and that your grandmother had that big of an influence and kind of started you down this path, this career path, and now you're in there making big moves within companies and Fortune 500 stuff. Big
No
stuff.
doubt. For real. So, hey, Bryan. So, first of all, let me commend you for the career path that you've taken.
Thank you.
Um, because like I said, I myself, I do cybersecurity. I'm a cybersecurity engineer,
That's what's
and
up.
so what I've learned is in this field in STEM, um, a lot of times the younger generation don't know how to go down that path. You know, um, like I said, you fell into it. You fell into it. You self-taught. And a lot of times, like I went down to volunteer at the Boys and Girls Club, and just talking to the younger generation, they were so excited that there was a black man in STEM. They never met a black man who was an engineer, and it's a lot out there. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying there aren't, but when you talk to the youth that are trying to find their way, a lot of times they don't run into black men that are in these fields. Whether it's software development, I mean even system administrators, cyber, whatever it is, they don't know how to head in that direction. So, like I said, definitely I commend you for even first of all teaching yourself and getting on that path. And so what do you feel? What do you feel is the best way for us to reach our youth, into going into certain fields like STEM, and like to get that experience and to go in that direction? Because a lot of them don't know how to get in that how to go that direction, and a lot of them don't know what it entails.
Um, the first thing is you got to identify kids who won't get frustrated. That's the number one thing. Who love math, word
Yeah,
problem. That's the first thing, and you got to cultivate that. So
mm,
we as a community have to work with the schools to identify those kids in black and girls, because you
yeah,
don't see a lot of girls in the field either.
yeah. You
And
don't,
so
you don't, you
we
definitely see
have
a
to
lot of.
do that. And as I came along, there are many smart girls in the advanced classes and things like that.
Yeah,
So I think it's there. And like you said, how we got to find a way to reach them. And so I think it has to be identified. Like this person right here would be, at an early age, a good candidate for this program. And
yeah.
then put it in front of them, give them the confidence to play with it, and tell them you're going to fail 95% of the time. But
Oh
that
yeah,
5% that you get when you make it happen and it works is better than any drug out there that you could ever put in your system.
yeah, yep. I totally agree. I feel like I said, like you were saying, there are programs for females now that I've seen, and like I said, we have to continue to drill that, because what happens is, when they hear that word engineer, you know, um, they automatically assume it's hard, it's too hard, you know, and it's going to be hard. Anything worth having is worth working for, you know, but a lot of them shy away from it because they feel like you said, they got to face that math, they got to face the problems and blah blah blah. And like I said, there are kids out there that want to. They're infatuated by solving things, you know. And I kind of feel like we have to teach our kids that it's not, that there's more than sports as a way out. You know, there's so many different avenues in STEM. It's crazy, and it's like I said, to see, like when I even talk to these kids at the Boys and Girls Club, just to see their minds go into so much fascination by hearing about cyber. You know, um, kids stay on their computers anyway. They stay on their computers. They stay on the gaming systems, blah blah blah, and but they don't think about. I try to get them to think about it from a secure perspective. Like you're playing a game. Okay, let's break that down. This game has coding. This game is a system that sits on a platform. You know what I'm saying? What's protecting that platform? What's protecting that data? And when you get them start thinking about that, okay, well, first of all, somebody had to code this system. Somebody had to code this game, and then on top of that, so what this coding sits on what platform, and what's going to keep somebody from hacking into this platform and, hacking my system of any sort. So it's so many different avenues they can take to, so if you can get their minds, like you were saying, if you can get their minds to going, and then they want to know how to. And once you teach them how to, then they want to learn more, and like I said, like, just like you did, you got in front of a computer, next thing you know, you doing your thing. I got a good friend of mine. I don't want to draw this out too long. Good friend of mine, he was a software developer as well. And my master's degree is IT project management. And I had a class, I think it was a C++ class or C# class, one of the languages. And I had to write some codes or whatever. And I was clueless, because I went into IT security. I'm clueless. I'm like, man. So my boy, he sat me down, man. And so I would learn every day. Anything I had to learn, I would learn from him. And I sat next to his 11-year-old son, right? And his son knew more about coding than most people I worked at Raytheon. And so his son knew more about coding than most people I knew, at 11 years old. And I was so fascinated by it because this kid, he was a gamer, but like I said, he wanted to know how everything worked from a dashboard perspective, from the back end perspective, So when his dad started to teach him and he started learning, he wanted to know more. So like I said, I guarantee you, I haven't talked to him in a couple of years, but I guarantee you this kid is, a beast right now. And he's only probably about 16 years old, But yeah, man, continue on your journey, man. And like I said, whatever you're doing, man, get that knowledge to your son and everybody he know, man. Just like I said, I love to see brothers like in STEM because I feel like we're gonna be the ones that make the world grow. Continue to grow.
Oh, definitely. One other thing that I wanted to add is we got to prepare those kids who go down this path that you're going to be teased and ridiculed, but it's okay because at the end of the day, when your friends is working at factory jobs and everything, and you've been able to sit at home and work without going into the office and still being productive and getting that check, is well worth it.
Yep. Exactly. I learned that long time ago, man. Like being, I played football or whatever, and being, a so-called popular person and jock and blah blah blah, it means nothing. Because all these people that you call nerds are the people that's doing these job interviews that you're gonna need when you're trying to get a position.
Are you saying you wasn't treating people right in high school, man? Is that what it is?
Hey, no, honestly, dog, I'm gonna be real with you, dog. From high school on up, I hung out with everybody, nerds, football players, drug dealers. Right. Hey, I knew I was gonna need somebody sooner or later. Like I was with everybody.
I played basketball, so I got to hang around the cool kids from that perspective. But even now, running into them and everything, all of them was like, "Oh, you were so darn smart," and I just look at it like, "Nah, I just put the time in."
Yeah, just concentrating on it.
I just wanted to know how this worked. Hey, I got an example of some code. Put that in. What happens if I change this? Oh, I get an error. Okay, so I know what that does. Oh, I did this. Oh, it did that. Oh, that's multiple. Oh, okay, I see how that worked. And that's how it went. So I just wanted to know more and more, and it just kept going and going. So, Lofton, when you asked about my grandmother, give a shout out to her. She passed away about 4 years ago. But one of the things that tripped me out was that growing up, I knew she worked for the government, but
Mm.
she really didn't say what she did. So when the Gulf War first started, she had been retired at that point, and they came on it and they reported that stealth bombers and fighters were used in the first assaults. And I'm in the kitchen doing the dishes, and she comes in. She hears that as she's walking out the kitchen. She's like, "That's what I worked on,"
Oh,
and my
that's
mouth dropped, like boom.
She just dropped that bomb on you and rolled out. Was it
Yeah,
like
so
and
I couldn't
deuces?
let it go, so I had to chase her. Like, "Hey, what are you talking about? You worked on?" And she came out and basically said she would her. She's on the patents for it. She came up with the algorithm to reduce the noise of the engine and the overall vibration of the
oh
plane, so
nice.
you can't hear it
Oh
on
man.
sonar.
That's dope, man.
Wow. Yeah,
That's
that
So
dope.
is dope
That's
for
big
real.
she
stuff,
had been
man.
in the computers for a long time, so she just
Yeah,
passed that on to me. All right,
yeah.
Man,
so
that's
It's
definitely.
something that's big, important. You know what I'm saying, and affected. You know what I'm saying, the freedoms that we have as a country and supporting other people. Like it wasn't just hey, I taught you how to do a computer. It was I'm showing you what is possible
right,
with
Mhm.
this knowledge and with this ability that you can really affect change, not just in your house, not just in your neighborhood, but in the world. You know what I'm saying? So it's
Yeah.
and as long as you know what I'm saying, using that to a positive, that's always a great thing, man. You know what I'm saying? So that's awesome. That's fantastic. You know what I mean? And I understand that grinding on code, you know what I'm saying? My son did a little bit of coding on video games. I told you about him going and doing some video game coding and things of that nature.
hmm
But always when you throw the headphones on, you see all the movies, you see things like the Matrix and Neo is like they throw the music on. They like, yo, you know what I'm saying? So like what is your what's kind of like a go-to? What's the vibe? What's the vibe that you want to have around you when you really gotta dive in the code? Or are you a person that gotta be silent? Like, you know what I'm saying? I just want to hear the clickety clack.
Okay, so with me, music has to be going on. That's my wall. That's my source. So the music could be playing and a half hour could go by and I couldn't tell you three songs from the one that's playing right now
Right,
because I'm
right,
that focused in. But if there's no music going off, I hear everything and it just messes me up. So I have
right.
to have music on. So either my echo is playing or I got headphones on when I'm in the office. I gotta have music. It allows me to concentrate and it blocks everything else out of the world.
Mhm.
So
Uh,
with that, it could be hip hop, it could be jazz, it could be R&B. I'm listening to something, whatever my mood is. Like right now, my mood is R&B, anything from 70s to today, and it's
mm,
just playing, and I'm just going. Then if I hear something hot that comes out, I'm listening to that, in hip hop or whatever. Or I got a playlist for old school hip hop over the years and things like that. So it just music has to be playing while I am coding. Now, my job now entails for me to to do a lot more pre-planning, um, analysis, and divvying out work for some of our junior developers. So yeah, the music might be on, but I'm not coding as much, so
yeah,
it's all good. Um,
yeah, yeah.
but yeah, music has to be playing.
Gotcha. Gotcha. That's dope. That's dope. I mean, at this time now you're not in the office. So like when you was in the office, was there ever a time like, like you said, you had to have the music playing while you were coding. Was there a time where you adjusted your music based on being in the office with those that were around? Or was there a little like, let me change this up a little bit, or did you just stay on what you do and the music that you was vibing with those that were around?
Nah, I stayed with what I did, but I had my earphones on because, again, you don't see a lot of us in there. So
Right,
bitch
right.
this, bitch that wasn't going to be appropriate for the surroundings. So,
Got you,
Mhm.
got you. So I know that can kind of affect the situation, and especially being in a spot where sometimes that there's less and less, so the people being comfortable with that type of, the music or whatever, you sometimes don't want to be as judged. You know what I'm saying? You just like, hey, I'll just keep it in my brain, keep it with me, and you know what I'm saying, make sure that you keep professionalism where it needs to be. You know what I'm saying? So um, I feel you on that. I feel you on that.
Yep.
You got anything else, Regine?
Yeah, man. No, man. I'm really impressed, man. That I'm not impressed that he's actually a developer because what I'm saying, nowadays brothers are doing outstanding things. So I think it's a blessing. What I'm saying, I'm impressed that first of all he's self-taught. You know, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mm,
'cause coding is a whole nother level of, like, for me, I've been in cyber 15 years now, and there's so much has changed since the time I started to now in a sense of languages. I mean, there's so many different languages, and like even now, like I said, this was a couple years ago, so I know it's changed since then. They had started going to doing templates to where there was blocks of code being inserted to do different things, and I'm like, but when I first started, coding was just like it was so tedious. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not sure how it is now because I don't code. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, working for the government I've worked with the government most of my life, and just seeing a lot of the software developers come in and like I said, the things they do with code is amazing. First of all, and like I said, even when I even paid somebody to teach me how to code, and you're like you said, your mental has to be there. You have to focus. You know, what I'm saying? And the focus and like for example, I mean something as simple as a website. Now you can go in and copy and paste and blah blah blah. You know what I'm saying? But when you're at a level of coding to where the software that you need is supports hundreds or thousands of people, then the coding has to be right. I dealt with back in the day. I dealt with a website that I launched. It was for a social site that I came up with or whatever, and the coding was so bad that people were signing up for the accounts and they go back into their account and the account was gone. So today I had like 400 people, and tomorrow it'd be gone. And then I started getting all these emails like, "Hey, I set up my account. Where's it at? I set up my account. Where is that?" This is like 10 years ago. You know what I'm saying?
mm,
So, and the company I paid like $20,000 to have this company, create this site. But the coding, like when I had somebody else go back and look at it, they told me like, man, they got you because the coding on this is terrible. And I'm
yeah.
like, man. So like I said, so I have so much respect for developers because of the level of work that goes into what you guys do. So man, appreciate you, man. Continue on. Like I said, I definitely need people like you because like I said, I'm being cyber. I'm always gonna have to have an interaction with you at some point in time. So continue doing what you're doing, bro, for real. Clap it up. Hey, clap it up, Hayes.
We really appreciate you, man. Doing big things, man. You controlling the world.
You know what I'm
Hey,
saying?
Controlling the world out there.
just like any profession, there's good and there's bad.
Mm.
Yeah.
Always be on the good.
The people that you probably had, they were probably here in the States and you went through them, but they probably had the code and stuff done overseas.
And man, you're exactly right. That's crazy. I talked to somebody here that was American, and then when I started doing getting towards the end, and we started doing testing or whatever, and I was running testing. Everybody I was talking to in testing was from India.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm like, wait a minute, like, and I thought, well, maybe this is an Indian person that works at the place here. Nope, it was outsourced to another company. Yeah,
Straight up,
So
straight
so
up,
let me tell you,
Bangladesh.
let
yeah,
me tell you the problem with that, which a lot of people don't realize, especially when they use these services. Because of the culture in India, they're going to do exactly what they're told. So if you don't know the insides and outs of how the software works,
yeah,
then you're going to get you're not going to get what you paid for.
pretty much.
Right,
So
right.
I worked at a previous Fortune 500 company. I won't say no names, but
We trying to keep
they
jobs out here.
they brought in a group to integrate for their new PC, and all the guys they brought over were from India. They're great people, but the one thing that I saw was if you didn't tell them exactly what to do, they were going to do it the exact way you said to. So
Yeah.
if you say, hey, there's a file out here, you need to grab that and read it. Okay, boom, they did that, right? What happens if the file isn't there?
Then
They
they
didn't
just
put the
stop.
code in there to check it.
Yeah.
Mm.
So now the stuff blows up at you, and now you got 2,000 stores calling you, like, what's going on? Because the process failed that put the file down there, and now you can't do anything.
Yeah.
Right.
So
And
it's
that's
little things like that. So the people who are commissioning these companies who have a lot of foreign workers, they don't know. They're asking in general, like, hey, I needed to do this, right? But there's so many little details that they may not know that need to happen
Right.
yeah.
that will cause it to be bad software.
Got
Yeah. Well, I sure got
it.
I got $20,000 worth of bad software. Less
And
than
they
one.
Well,
probably they probably got $1,000 of that,
yeah.
and the company
Yeah,
kept the
probably.
rest.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Which was a lot, actually.
Right, right.
Well,
You're right.
we gonna move to the next piece, man. There's one thing that we gotta do with every guest that we have when we're here. We gotta make sure we respect your deck. You know what I'm
Ah,
saying? So what meaning respect your deck is that we gotta find out what's your favorite album, your favorite song, your favorite artist ever. So give it to me right now. Favorite album. What you got for me?
Low End Theory by Tribe Called Quest.
Ain't nothing wrong with Little Tribe. You know what I'm
Nah,
saying?
man, that
We
one
on the
right
war.
there. I was a
Yeah,
senior in high school.
yeah.
That
That
came
Tribe.
out, so yeah, I'm dating myself, and I don't care. Um, it was just so different than everything else. You know, at the height of that time, West Coast gangster rap was going on,
Right.
and this jewel came out of New York and dropped it, and it was just amazing. From start to finish, you could play every single track, and you didn't have to worry about it. And
Yep.
then for them to throw up the posse cut with the leaders of the new school on Scenario just was the icing
Hey,
on the cake.
brought out Buster showing out right
Buster,
there. And then also,
Buster
you know what I'm
showed
saying?
his hindsight.
yeah.
Hey, representing, you know what I'm saying? Fife Dog. We just did I think a couple weeks ago, Fife had they had put out an album with some of Fife's leftover tracks. And
Mm-hmm.
they had a lot of people on there, had Buster came on there and stuff like that. Really good album. It was featured on one of our other episodes, man. So knowing that you like the tribe, you should check that out. All right, man. So now give me that one song you need. You know, everybody talk about rested on the or you last person on this desert island. You know what I'm saying? What's the song that you taking with you?
Hey man, so the song that I have picked is one of those one. I don't care if I'm down. I don't care if I need some motivation. I don't care if I just want to feel good. This song does it for me, and it comes by the great Buster Rhymes, and everything remains raw.
Hey, man, that's
Okay.
it.
Okay.
Buster, my dude,
Ah,
man. Buster, my dude. Yeah, I love all them
That one
albums,
right
man.
there, like for a lot of people, the first time I heard a snippet of it
Yeah,
was when he came out with his first single of Woo Ha. They
yeah,
played it at the very beginning. I kept saying, "What is that?"
man. Yeah,
And then the album dropped, and I'm like, "Oh, this song is oh my goodness,
ah,
this is it!" Like it just comes in hard. His energy on the
yeah.
track is just infectious,
It's
you
all about
know,
the
and it's
energy with
like,
Buster.
oh my goodness, he's on point with the beat. Like he was like a wrangler with a Bronco. He just
Yeah,
pulled it back and just rode that thing.
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
No
Buster's my dude,
doubt.
man. He be getting busy with it for sure. I mean, I'm seeing a trend right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm scared
Yeah,
to ask who
yeah.
the artist is because I'm seeing a trend.
Oh
So,
yeah,
all
we
right, you
are.
gotta give it to me. Respecting your deck. Who's that artist? You know what I'm saying? That you taking with you. If you had to take that catalog, you taking with you. That's your artist, man. Talk to me.
So because I'm all into the metaphors, the punchlines when it comes to MCing.
Yep.
Um, and then this person, not on top on all with all of that, can be intelligent on so many different levels. And so I'm sure if you got some podcasters who are younger in age, I look, I'm going to give you a name of somebody, and I need you to go check them out and give it your honest um, listening ear. and that is the great KRS-One.
There you go.
Knowledge reigns supreme over nearly everyone.
There you
Ah,
go.
you
Nah,
must be
KRS.
you must be from the East Coast.
No, I'm straight from Ohio, man.
Straight
I know that
Midwest,
time.
man.
East
Midwestern.
Coast was out, man.
Yeah,
So that was the foundation of
yeah,
what hip hop was, because that's what we were hearing.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So, and even at that point, when he hit the scene, you're like, whoa, what is this? Whoa, who is it? Like, yo, he ain't even like beforehand, it was always, who did you come from? Who was backing you? You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? To give you that clout. Him and Scott LaRock just dropped, and everybody was like, whoa.
yeah,
And they
Yeah.
from the first time they dropped, they commanded it throughout the end of the 80s up into the early 90s.
Yeah.
And
I'm
then
telling you.
he went solo. And then what can you say? And even here's the funny thing. He has a verse where he said back on By All Means Necessary, 50 years down the line, I will be the old school artist and will still be doing this. And literally, he had an album come out this past year, still killing it. So
mm,
Yeah. Yeah.
again,
KRS, man, ain't no joke, man. And he always has some banging beats. Like he
banging.
was one,
yeah,
like it was one of those where, a lot of artists, you know what I'm saying, either you are able to hit them with the metaphors and the intelli, but you don't got the beats behind you. Or you
Exactly.
got all the beats and you got no metaphors and no real intelligence in what you're talking
mm-hmm,
about. And KRS
Exactly.
was one that was able to match those, man. He had some, what I'm saying, the bridges over. I mean, it was like he had some bangers, man, and they was
Bridges
just
over.
bangers. So like, hey, you throw some 15s in the trunk and they be rocking. You know what
And
I mean?
think about all of the things that were going on during that time that he wasn't afraid to speak out about.
Mm-hmm.
Like Love's Gonna Get You, with the whole
Yep.
thing, with
Yep.
drugs going on, and his detailed perspective of it.
Yep.
Or say Gal, with the whole Mike Tyson sexual assault piece
Yeah.
happened. Like he was
Yeah.
really speaking out, giving a voice and a perspective that I just don't see happening now in hip hop, and I'm kind of
Yeah,
sad about that.
yeah,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
agree.
Yeah. You got to DTP,
I definitely agree.
PD or the PDP.
BDP, BDP Posse.
Boogie Down Productions.
And
They
here's the
getting
funny
busy, man.
thing. Again, everybody, during the pandemic was balling out to D Nice. Well, D Nice was from Boogie Down Production.
Yeah,
Yep,
man. My name is D
yep.
Nice. That was D Nice got busy.
Didn't he just put something out just recently too?
Yeah, he
Yeah.
worked with a bunch of different artists, like Khaled, and
Yeah.
put something out.
Yeah, D Nice. D
Yep.
Nice get busy, man. He get busy.
T Nice. My name is D.
So I mean, as we saw, we got album. Album was Tribe Called Quest. Um, then we got song was give me the song again.
Everything
Yeah,
remains raw.
everything's remains raw, Busta Rhymes, and then we got artists that going the great, the great, the great.
And I'm gonna say this: asking me for one song after all these years in hip hop
Hey,
was hard as hell. But that's that. That's
well,
that.
that,
That makes
that's what.
me feel. That's the one that makes me feel. So I can't knock a lot of the young cats who listen to the music and they say,
Yeah,
"Well, that song makes me feel." I get what you're
yeah.
saying,
You
but
going for
man,
a feel
come
when
on,
you add that song. You know what I'm saying? So
sprinkle
it's good
sprinkle
stuff,
in
man.
some good verses, some bars, because it's some soft batch bars out here for real.
Oh yeah, yeah. They
Yeah,
they they mailing them boys in, dude. They just
Yeah,
out here like, hey, let me put that beat on it, and then I'm just gonna say
the, the
whatever.
the only ones out of the new school I give my props to is J. Cole and Kendrick.
J.
oh yeah,
Cole,
no doubt.
Kendrick get busy. Yeah, they get busy. But I'm gonna tell
I
you
think
right
it's time
now,
for
man.
Kendrick to come with something new.
I'm gonna tell
Well,
I'm gonna tell you,
there's
there's some
that
of
he
these
is.
tracks, man.
Actually, I read something where J. Cole and Kendrick have a collab album supposedly coming.
It
Oh
better be like Silk Sonic winning all the Grammys, man. They
yeah,
they
that's
put
crazy.
something together. It's
Man,
gonna be for real. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
hey
that's
man,
crazy.
look, them two should never be single artists again. Like
Yeah,
straight up, man. That their collaboration,
Yeah,
man.
yeah. That Silk Sonic is.
That
Hey
that
man,
stuff is
they
amazing.
had some jams, dude. It was like it was like listening to that album was like being like when I was like 6 again and listening to my mom cleaning the crib with the record player on. You know what I'm saying? And it was just like all jams. And you like, yo, my man talking about
Everything.
Gotta roll the window down. Smoke a
Hey,
cigarette,
man.
'cause this chick is. I was like, that's what I was like, yo, man, that is real life joint. Like that ain't even. It's not like I'm gonna make something that's fly. Like no, I'm talking about like I gotta
Yeah,
go
real
get
shit.
milk right now because the baby crying. Like that's real
Hey,
stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm gonna call my girl looking at her like this.
got me pandering. You be like, what?
I was just playing.
Hey, hold on. Look, they ain't even got bars, but their lyrics hit harder than some of these rap bars out here.
That's when it's real. That's what I'm saying. When you got them real joints, you like, oh, that's like real life. Like they talking about real life. Like that's crazy.
He said kids running through the house like it's Chuck E. Cheese.
And here I am all alone. Like,
that's
watching
real
your
life,
kids
man.
all week. Now
That is real life. You know what I mean?
She for everybody.
Everybody. Hey man, but we appreciate you, man. We respect your deck, sir.
No
you know
doubt,
what I'm saying?
no
Got that
Thank
KRS, got that Tribe, got that Busted, man. I approve. You get the green check mark on all those.
No doubt,
That's
no
for
doubt.
real. That's it right there, man.
I appreciate it.
So now we moving on. I think it's your time, Huey, man. You got the top almost 4 this week, don't you?
Oh, do I now? Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Well, so
you gotta let me know.
This week, and it's funny that we talk about this because Bryan was just talking about lyricists, right?
Right.
So I wanted to do the top almost 4 lyricists, right?
Oh man, you trying to cause fights, son?
Yeah, it's gonna honestly, bro. This to me, it's gonna be some people that disagree.
I'm sure,
but but
okay. Did you get 4? Did you get 3 or did you get 4? You got 4.
I
You got
4.
4. Okay.
Got 4.
Got you. All right, here we go.
But the way I start this off, my number 4 is gonna cause problems.
4.
It's gonna cause problems.
All right, here we go, man. I mean, you dealing. Bryan is a super lyricist dude, so I'm telling you right now.
Me too. Like I'm all about lyrics. You know, dog, you know me. You know me for a while. You know about lyrics.
Here we
go.
Know
what I'm saying? So my number 4 pick is Jay-Z. All right. Out of the 4, Jay-Z my top, my
number 4. Okay.
Number 4.
Jay-Z number 4.
And reason being, like I said, Jay-Z, you know what I'm saying, he get his like he timeless with it. You know what I'm saying? So Jay-Z from 15 years ago, or you can throw Jay-Z on the track right now, which people have done, and he'll still kill the track. You know what I'm saying? His lyrics don't age. You get what I'm saying? So
yeah, I mean, he does it up, man. He does it up for sure.
His lyrics don't age. It ain't. He don't have his era of hip hop don't have an age. You know what I'm saying? How he brought it. Now, if you come back with Hawaiian Sophie, I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna change it. But no. So we're gonna go with number 3. And when I say number 3, you're gonna be like, what? Because he's number 3. But I'm gonna give him to you.
Okay.
Number 3, top almost 4, Andre 3000.
Oh, come on.
Lyric.
Andre. I mean, Andre for sure gotta be top 5 at least. And I mean, I love. Only got
4, so he's number 3.
I love Outkast, so I got no problem with Andre.
Yeah.
3K up in that
what?
Joint.
Hey,
you know, that's that dude.
This cat had one of the hottest lyrics ever. What was that on ATL on the ATL and CD? What song was that? When he said I got stopped in the mall the other way, got a call from the
other day. Yeah, like, come on, man.
Some nigga was saying something about, hey, man, you me from the school? Nah, not really, but he kept pressing, kept asking.
Come on, dog. Hey, that's it.
Lit the ceiling, he kept asking me what kind of car you drive. I know you paid. I know you got bukus of money from all them songs that y'all have made. And I replied that I had been going through the same thing that he had. I got more fans than the average man, but not enough to last me
to the end of the week. I live out of beat like you live check the check.
You don't move your feet and I don't eat, so we
like neck to neck. That's all like, yo, that's
like we came along here like those slim ass cigarettes from Virginia. They ain't gonna stop, so we just go
continue. Well, that's hey, dog. Come on, man. You can put that verse up against anybody, bro.
What?
I have no complaints. I have no complaints so far.
So listen, then I'm going. So this the most. Now this one right here will be the most controversial one for anybody listening.
Okay.
It's always been a controversy.
You had Jay-Z and Andre 3000, which most people, a lot of people
Would've
have
put them
them
on
like
top.
1 and 2.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So
Man,
I'm gonna say like this.
God. I
But
swear
listen,
to God, boy.
this has always been a
I jumped
controversy.
through this daggone computer.
But listen, I'm gonna tell you why. Let me tell you who it is,
Okay.
and I'm gonna tell you why. After I tell you who it is. Well, let me tell you like this. I'm gonna tell you like this first. His last album, if you listen to his last album,
okay,
track number, I think it's 6. I ain't gonna tell you what track it is, I'll tell you the person.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? This cat killed it. This
Okay.
cat, and when I say this, you might even know who it is. This cat took 4 styles of rap. He took 4 rap styles in 1 verse on 1 song. Killed it.
Okay.
4 rap styles, 1 verse.
Okay.
Killed it. Didn't miss a beat.
Talk to me.
Eminem. What? Let me tell you.
Look, you said lyricist?
Lyricist.
Okay.
Go listen to
look.
Godzilla right now.
Look, hold up. I'm just gonna tell you one thing. I'm just gonna this is my caveat. You said lyricist, and I'm gonna put him in rapper. I think there's a difference.
No.
I think there's a difference due to the fact that okay, there's been I don't know, like I'm just all right. Go ahead, continue. Go number 2.
This cat said.
Go ahead.
This cat said, you know what I'm saying? His verses is hot. Go listen to Godzilla.
I've heard it.
This kid's a monster. You know
I heard it.
This kid is a monster. You know what I'm saying? It's like what he said. He said something about euthanasia.
Mm-hmm.
Like the kids in Japan. Like, come on, dog. Euthanasia, dog.
Yeah.
Like the kid. Come on, dog. That's a lyric.
Gotcha.
You get what I'm saying?
I feel
so then, let me move on. Because I knew Eminem was gonna be controversial.
Go ahead.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, go ahead.
My top almost 4 for this week. Top almost 4.
Saying number 1.
Number 1. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna talk about it, I know. But I'm going with Lil Wayne. Little Wayne, son.
So you went from
Jay-Z.
Look. I mean, I cannot deny Eminem can rap.
No.
Like he be getting busy. Lyrics, well, he does. He raps a lot of words that rhyme together and puts different things on there. He gets busy, right? Andre 3000 gets busy, but you know what I'm saying? I feel more what Andre will say and Jay-Z say than I do Eminem. Just to me, but I can't deny that he rap. But Lil Wayne, man, I just can't.
What?
I just can't. Not put him at one. Not put him at 1.
Metaphorically, this cat is an assassin.
And put him at 1. I would be I would feel better if you was like,
okay,
Eminem
tell me this. You tell me one lyric that Jay-Z got that's better than a lyric that Lil Wayne got.
I got you.
Dang, that was quick.
I got you.
He was like, oh, you thought he was gonna wait? Like, I was like, oh, that was quick.
Yeah, that was quick.
I sell fire and ice. I sell what was that? I sell ice in the winter, fire in hell. I'm a hustler, baby. I sell water to a well. You can't tell me somebody else that has outdone that part.
But I've said that to chicks a lot of times. I sell water to a well. You know what I'm saying?
But do you sell fire in hell though?
Yeah. No, I will say the hottest lyric that Jay-Z's ever said, when this cat said, "I'll kill you, commit suicide, and kill you again." Like, nigga, that's double murder, bitch. You gonna kill me, commit suicide, and kill me again?
And then
I'm gonna give you that.
And then he gonna sell fire in hell.
Yeah. Then you gonna go sell fire in hell when you down there? Come on, nigga.
So let alone from your top almost 4 lyricists, you could almost go just like you did. Give me one of the hottest verses that you've heard somebody say. Like I'm gonna tell you something that somebody said, but I ain't gonna tell you who it is.
Go ahead, hit me with it.
She been in more hotel rooms than Bibles.
That's fire.
Oh, yeah, it's fire, but I don't know who that is.
Lil Wayne ain't say that.
The RZA.
That's what I'm like. I know Lil Wayne. Look,
How
like
you
Lil
know
Wayne
Lil Wayne
ain't
ain't
said
say
that.
that? You know what
I
I'm saying?
know that he ain't gonna say that.
Hey, Lil Wayne, metaphorically is an assassin.
I give it to you, but I would say this: there's somebody who I think none of them can really touch, and if you did your homework on them, you would almost agree because their stuff you gotta listen to it many a times and then go back, and then heck, you might even need some help, and that's Royce the 5'9".
Oh, Royce is fire though.
Oh yeah,
Royce is fire.
yeah. So Royce should have been on our most underrated rapper because Royce 5'9" always been hot.
True.
You know
True.
That LA Leaker stuff,
yeah,
that right there. If you ain't heard it, you're doing yourself a disservice because at least half of the stuff he said in there, I've never heard anybody say.
Yeah. The thing is that look, this is how I differentiate, right? So I look at it like who has duality? Who has the ability to make a song that's a hit and give you lyrics that you be like, damn.
Lil Wayne?
There's not a ton of dudes that do that. And I can tell you that right now, Lil Wayne had a time period where that was the music that was popular. Yes, he was doing metaphors, but I can tell you right now that
you probably listen to
he had good, like his the thing is about making songs, he had great concepts. When he started doing the Carters, he had great concepts in that time period that made those great songs as well as him dropping good.
Yeah, but you gotta say
have to have the concept.
That's typically your opinion because, like I said,
that's my opinion.
Lyrically, this cat said. This is what this cat said. This cat said they start French kissing, but she didn't see moi. Nigga, that's simple. But think about it. She started French kissing, but she didn't see moi. Nigga, you even missed it the first time. I had to say it again.
Because you don't speak French. So you said moi wrong.
Moi,
nigga. So my thing is maybe we need to define what a lyricist is.
Yeah,
I mean that's what I'm saying. That's why I said there's a difference. I feel like there's a difference between a lyricist and a rapper.
So to me, let me see if I can break it out a little bit as far as how I take it. A lyricist, you got to bring clever.
An encyclopedia.
No, you don't have to bring an encyclopedia because really, truthfully, hold on. I always said rappers should be like journalists and tell you what's going on in the world around you.
And that's what it started out as.
So the description of that world is where we get with the metaphors and the punchline. Because anybody can say, ha ha, boom, I killed you. But then somebody else could turn around and say, we give dead presidents to make people disappear. You see what I'm saying? So it's saying the same thing, but you're going to think a little bit off of it.
You're going to be like,
okay. So to me, that's where you distinguish the lyricism versus just rapping.
Yeah. And that's it. And that's how I distinguish it because a lot of times if I'm listening to something, especially like if I'm listening to something, I got to go back like, shit, did he say that? And I go back and listen, oh, shit, he did say that. That's crazy. Yeah. Because I look at it as when cats say stuff, there's a lot of thought. A lot of the thought process goes into what a lot of cats are saying. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of these new cats, they're not really saying that. I say, and that goes to I'm gonna have an honorable mention, a special mention to a new lyricist, a new rapper that I feel that's lyrical or whatever. I think Jordan Lucas is hot.
Oh, he's phenomenal.
Jordan Lucas is good.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? So Jordan Lucas, I'm saying, lyrically, this cat is an assassin. You know what I'm saying? But I actually didn't know because I heard there was beef between Jordan Lucas and Tory Lanez, right? And then I heard the beef between them two, and I heard the battle. I'm like, crap. You know what I'm saying? Like this cat is going off. You know what I'm saying? Jordan Lucas is going off. And at the same time, but like you said, a lyricist is gonna be able to come in and bring thought. Like Hayes, how many times we went into the studio and You know what I'm saying? Pretty much it just comes to you. You know what I'm saying? Literally,
Yeah.
you play a beat, we just start writing. You know,
Yeah.
as artists, a real artist, you should be able to go in the studio and be like, you know, let's lay this down. A lot of times we did songs, what, a day or two, we was finishing a song. You know what I'm saying? Because we go in there and as artists, we were able to write. But a lot of these cats these days, you got 80% ad lib. You know what I'm saying? 2%, not even lyrics. Yeah, 2% killing somebody. Yeah, 20% fucking these hoes, and then we're done. I mean, that's a whole song.
Said, hold up, you need to increase that fucking these hoes.
Like I heard a song.
Like I think there's a more percentage need to go up on that.
Yeah, I heard a song the other day, bro. Literally, this cat was in the club, hollering some hoes. He had killed 3 people, and now he got a baby. I'm like, nigga, what just happened?
In 2 minutes and 30 seconds. That's
hold on. When he said he shot up the club, he was talking about her box. That's why she's pregnant.
That's why she's pregnant.
It went over your head, dog. You don't even know about these young people.
Nah, I rewind that bullshit. That shit was bullshit.
He was trying to help him out.
That's what he should have meant.
They shot up the box.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Everybody dying. How everybody dying? But these kids these days, they don't care about. Like, you know, back in the day, we talked about something. You know what I'm saying? Like lyrically, we talked about something. And then again, some song depending on what song it was. With some songs, yeah, because holla at your boy, we ain't talking about nothing.
We didn't. Just yell at me as I walk down the street. That's all. Just
holla at your boy. That's it. 22s on the ride, nigga, holla at your boy. You can't even get 22s no damn.
No.
Yeah. But still, like honestly though, man, like you said, lyrically, you know, even if I got the ratings, you know, wrong or whatever, all 4 of those cats, you know what I'm saying, big ups.
Because what you had Jay Zizzle, you had Jay-Z, you had Andre,
Eminem,
Andre 3000, M, and Little, the guy that started all the Littles. The man that started all the Littles.
I don't know.
That's what you put, man. You got Jay-Z, Andre 3000, M, and Little. The man that started all the Littles. You put him at number 1. Though.
Yeah.
I mean, look, I don't mind the list of people.
You can't change my list.
Look, but the thing is, you put out the list so that we can talk about it. That's what you're supposed to do. Yeah. So, I mean, I may rearrange some people, but your top 4, I could live with. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could live with it. I feel like there may be some old school cast that probably could have broke into that a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And
so, outside of those four, who else would you add in there?
My man that just talked about him earlier, KRS.
Okay.
You got like KRS. You could have got in there.
I never really listened to KRS, so I couldn't use the KRS.
I mean, you also got like you got Nas, you got Notorious, you got Mos Def.
So let me ask you.
I mean, there's a lot of artists out there that's nasty.
We're gonna have this conversation.
I'm just saying that.
No. We finna have a conversation right now. What? This is the conversation.
Okay.
You got B.I.G., right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
You got Tupac. Hey, Tupac ain't even on here. I'm not really a Tupac fan, but
Tupac was an artist. Yeah. But you got
an artist.
he wasn't a lyricist. You know what I'm saying?
No,
it's like,
not at all.
Just because you can put words together don't make you a lyricist.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Even like I said, I say B.I.G., you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I look at it like this. B.I.G. in the era that he was still here was hot. Continuing on, do you how hot? And I'm not taking that with B.I.G.
You know what?
B.I.G.
He would have been hot because I can say right now, if Big Pun was still here, he would be fired because Big Pun could spit. Big Pun would be fired. Like there's a lot of artists that.
But we only get first of all, we only get 4, nigga.
So, I'm just saying, like there was a lot of artists, man. Like I don't know. I don't know your consideration. I don't know what your consideration is.
Yeah, but I'm just saying. I mean, whoever write for Cardi B, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, I got my bias, man. I I like, I say Midwest with a little bit of stuff. I ain't gonna go Bone Thugs, but I mean, I feel
Oh
like
no,
I feel
not
like
nothing
one I feel
Ohio.
like one of the dopest rappers that can put a lot of stuff together very fast. Is Twister. And I talk about most
Oh
underrated.
yeah,
Like
of course. Yeah,
Twister is
Twister's
fire. And
underrated, but
he
we
got metaphors, he got
Yep.
freaking songs, and he does it quicker than 99.9% of everybody. You know what I'm saying? So it's like he's
but
nice.
Twister is like a Genesis. All right, compared to a Mercedes. Everybody know the Mercedes. Every now and then the Genesis will drive by, you be like, shit, what is that?
Are you for real though?
That shit nice as hell, but what is that? You know what I'm saying?
Damn, that's cold blooded, man.
Look,
hey Twister, I got your back. If you ever see this, hey, don't come after me, man. I know Chicago got them killers, dog. Don't come after me. You know,
my girl from Illinois, so I can't really talk bad about Twister, so I got.
I mean, it's tough because there's one person that I think could be up there that has had a 20-year career that hasn't been mentioned, but man, I put him up there in the same regard of the other lyricists as Ludacris.
Luda's nice. Luda's nice. ATL, man, that dude be getting busy. I would say that. I would say Luda's, as a metaphor wise,
He's
fantastic.
I
think he had the beat thing, but
so another category that we're gonna have to do on another day will be delivery. Because then you got, when you talk about deliveries, then you got Busta Rhymes, you got Twister, you got Luda, you got all these cats. You got these. So
look, delivery. Look, I'm gonna tell you right now, delivery number one is Busta, man. To me, Busta get anybody hype. I don't care what you doing.
Yeah,
it's like I don't care.
He would be my number one.
I'm just gonna say, like, if you hear Busta on any track, and it's between, I would say one of the best verses would just be the remixes of Luda and Busta Rhymes going at each other. They probably have the best remix verses anywhere. You'd be like, okay, every remix that Ludacris is on and every remix that Busta Rhymes is on, and they go against each other, just remixes. And you'd be like, yo, this is gonna be fire, and the party is gonna be lit.
Oh yeah, it's going down.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah, it's definitely going down.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, all about, like, remix is all about delivery. Like, when you freaking come in and you totally different than the other person, and so you hit that freaking.
What's the hottest remix Busta have been on to you?
Flavor in Your Ear, or the Scenario.
Flavor in Your Ear is fire. Scenario's fire, and then I mean, you can't go wrong with Millie though.
Not
Millie, but freaking what's the name? Oh boy, freaking Chris Brown joint.
Yeah, look at me now.
Look at me now. I mean, he got killed. He killed it.
Yeah, he killed that.
He killed that joint. I mean, that's the only one people remember. They still be trying to copy that joint. The Busta Rhymes challenge. You know what I'm saying? Like, he got
can't breathe.
I'm gonna keep passing out.
I can't say this.
Out, dog.
Yeah, we're all hype men when his verse come on.
Yeah.
Every other bar.
Yeah, anything you remember.
He getting busy, man. And Luda, I mean, when you got a call when he about to come on the track, Luda. Like, I mean, you've been on enough remixes when they literally got a button they push and be like, Luda, okay, do your thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, he got a joint just like a producer. You know what I'm saying? They be like, he got a tagline like, wow, there you go.
He got a tagline. There's 2 Chainz on this track.
Nope. They just push the button. They just accidentally push the button.
Yeah, they just push the damn button. 2 Chainz.
I would say this: there are so many good artists over the years that you could put in your almost top 4 lyricists. Like, it got to a point now where I just remember more of what a person says than who it actually was, because I want to see. At the end of the day, they're all talking about the same thing, but who can say it in such a way that I've never heard it, and it just make you go, whoo! Or you got to call your dude up like, hey, did you hear what's the name said?
Yeah.
When you have those moments, that's when
I'm gonna tell you one more person I think we sleeping on, and then we got to get up out of there because we hitting towards the end. But I think another underrated rapper, and I think next week we need to talk about underrated rappers. Tech Nine is an underrated rapper.
Ooh,
Tech
Yeah,
Nine,
yeah,
yeah.
Tech Nine
yeah,
is underrated, bro.
He on
yeah.
he
I
on
ain't gonna
that
lie to
on that speed. He on that
you. Yeah,
speed. Yeah, he be
Tech
getting
Nine is
busy, man.
underrated, bro. Yeah,
Tech Nine
it's
be
like
getting busy.
lyrically, this cat. If you can keep up with what he's saying first and then listen to it,
See that, and that's my problem with the speed joint. And that's one thing. That's one reason that I do enjoy Twister way more than some of the other speed cats. Is because Twister, you can listen to Twister's verse first time and understand every single thing that he said. And he be at the same speed as a Tech Nine or Eminem or whatever. You don't have to rewind it. He is mad articulate in the way he can freaking deliver them words. It's nuts.
but
You know
I
what I'm
mean
saying?
that's
So,
just his voice, though. You know what I'm saying? Some people.
hey,
Yeah,
that's a part of the game, though.
that's just like I said.
You can
Go,
have the best
go,
metaphors, but if
go
you
listen
can't
to that
say the
Godzilla.
words,
Hey, listen to that Godzilla.
I've heard it.
Game over.
I've heard it, man.
Hey, your boy finna come out with a new song. In case you wonder,
Who that?
Tekashi 6ix9ine.
That's for next week, man. Don't be giving away next week's
Man, you
topics,
cannot put
man.
this cat on this damn.
Hey,
No,
hey,
he
look,
gets no
man.
play on me.
You
Ketchup.
put Little Wayne number one, man. I can do whatever
I'm
I
just
want.
saying
That's my opinion,
he's
no?
still an
Nah.
artist. Not damn Tekashi 6ix9ine. I said, I'm gonna tell you
Oh
like
my
this.
goodness.
I'm not.
I was done with his name. I
Yeah,
think it was
yeah,
Takashi. Just
yeah,
what?
yeah. He out
yeah.
here
Like,
wilding.
what are you giving me that you ain't already been taken care of with that
Yeah,
69 name?
Yeah,
It ain't
he
the
out
year
here
you was
wilding.
born.
yeah,
He out here
yeah.
wilding.
Get out of here.
You rocking
Man.
rainbows. Anyway,
Right.
we know what the deal is.
Hey man, hey guys, we running up on a long show right now. It's been we coming up almost 2 hours, man. It's been a great time, yo. People gotta go to work in the morning and things of that
No
nature.
doubt, no doubt.
This podcast ain't paying for nothing yet. You know what I mean? So we gotta make sure that we get to the real job. So
Yeah, no doubt.
man, I want to tell everybody out there, we want to make sure, you know what I'm saying, we come in here every Sunday, 6 p.m. We're gonna be here live. We are on Spotify now, we on Amazon Music, we on TuneIn, we on podcast or the Podbean app, we right here on YouTube. We right here on Facebook as well. Come on, join us, subscribe, click the buttons, do all that stuff. Put us in your podcast that you want to have for us. We always having guests. We really appreciate once again, really appreciate Bryan
Yeah,
Bolden
no
coming
doubt, no
through,
doubt.
man, giving showing love for us, man. And we learned a lot about the whole situation with the software development, software engineering, you know what I'm saying, and how important it is in our daily lives now, man. It used to be a thing where it's like if you had some money, hey, you're dealing with a computer, and it was something that was just made for those specialty people. But now, as you can see into the 2000s, man, that's literally how we live. Like people can't get any place because they Google don't work. They Google Maps is gone. Like they don't even know how to get to places no more. So like
Take their phone
yeah,
away and watch them turn into crackheads.
yeah, like software developers, man, cybersecurity, the tech at freaking Apple. Nigga, that dude is important right now because people don't know how to do things. So we really appreciate you coming by, checking out. You know what I'm saying?
Thank
Maybe in the future you come back and see us, see if there's
Sure.
some new
Yeah, no doubt.
developments and come hang out with us. You know what I mean? So once again, check out Huey's, my man Rajeen's book. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna and make sure that y'all check those out at Amazon, all the good places where you find books and whatnot. Gotta keep
Yeah.
that rolling, making that money
Coma.
as well.
Go
You
find
know what I'm
Coma.
saying? Gotta get that coma.
COMA. Check us out. Check me out.
We got it. So make sure y'all hit subscribe, share, follow, hit the notification bell, all that stuff, man. We really appreciate you guys. We love you guys. This has been episode number 5, Ketchup podcast, man. We love you guys. Appreciate it and have a great one.
All right.
Good
Thank
one.
you.
We out.